Hello and thanks for coming back to see part 11 of my What If Kurapika Went After the Phantom Troupe series. Or if you're new, I'll just remind you to hit the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I post. Also, if you want to catch up on anything you missed, there's a full playlist of everything that's happened so far on my channel. But that seems like a good enough intro. Let's get back to the story and see how Kurapika's attack on the Phantom Troupe is going. After his fight with Hisoka, Gon is exhausted from using a large amount of aura defeating his longtime adversary. But still, he thinks if Finks is still alive, it's my job to stop him. I just hope he's not with Chrollo and Kurapika right now. Gon carefully continues up the tower, always checking his surroundings for an ambush or a trap. At least 100 floors above Gon, Killua is chasing after his little brother Kalluto, who is traveling surprisingly fast, using his origami paper to float across the floor and quickly around the many obstacles the troupe has set up beforehand. Killua takes the time disarming what traps he can, hoping to make it easier for Gon, who he figures is still lagging behind on the lower floors, as he tries convincing Kalluto to calm down and talk. But Kalluto ignores his brother, just as he feels he was ignored by their family. He throws razor-sharp origami blades at Killua, but still can't manage to counter Killua's Godspeed. I can see why everyone's always impressed with you, Kill, but I'll show everyone I'm just as amazing as you are. Kalluto is finally able to lead Killua into a large galley room he had set up beforehand, and now he is confident and ready to execute his plan, Godslayer. As Killua enters the room, he finds himself lifted into the air. He sees the floors completely covered in paper of various sizes, similar to the paper Kalluto is using to lift himself. Killua tries dashing away, but as he tries to run, his feet fall through, leaving him unable to escape. Killua can see the mastery of nin control that Kalluto must have to perfectly pick and control what paper lifts and traps Killua, while still careful to stop Killua from placing his feet down to steady himself. Kalluto knew he would need a counter to my Godspeed, and this is a pretty good one. Killua looks for an opening, but several paper blades slice into him as the paper closing around him begins moving around the room. Killua can tell Kalluto has a well thought out plan, but with all these distractions it's hard to figure out exactly what's happening. Killua tries creating a spark with his electricity, hoping to burn away some of the paper swirling around him, but almost as if by a gust of wind, he and the paper is slammed into a nearby wall, further disorienting him. Kalluto takes his chance, trying to gain control of Killua with his manipulator paper, but even in this state, Killua's speed and awareness allows him to dodge or destroy any paper with the extra aura needed to execute Kalluto's manipulation Hatsus. Kalluto scolds his big brother for falling for his trap, saying, "If this is the best you got, I'm ready to prove to Dad and the others that I'm the one they should have been counting on to lead the family." Kalluto adds a rhythm echo to his paper, making it harder for Killua to focus on a way to escape, and as Killua struggles to get out, Kalluto continues his speech. "I remember when Illumi first started teaching me nin, he made sure to tell me, don't let Killua know about this. Father doesn't want him to learn till he's older. That was the first time I thought I was your equal, let alone maybe I was even ready to learn something before you. But then you ran away to the hunter's exam. All that was shattered when Dad sent Illumi after you. I asked Dad, why did you let Illumi teach me nin but not Killua? I remember Dad just giving a small chuckle saying, I don't want Killua learning nin yet because I knew once he learned he would just run off. And with nin at his disposal, he will just get harder and harder to stop. If possible, I wanted to wait for Killua to be fully aligned with our family's goals before he gets too strong." "What about me?" I foolishly asked Dad, hoping for some validation about putting the family first, but he just said, "I never told Illumi to teach you nin. He must have just took that upon himself. Truth be told, I don't care if you learn nin or not. My only goal is to get Killua to realize his full potential so he can lead the next generation of the Zoldycks. Now, go child. I have much to discuss with your grandfather." Kalluto snaps back to reality, telling Killua, "I'll tell the family you fought well, but were no match for me in the end." Kalluto slams the swirling mass of paper holding Killua into one of the skyscraper's many windows, breaking through and dangling Killua outside of the massive building and to the streets below. Kalluto's paper disappears, leaving Killua to drop straight down. As he falls, Killua thinks of how his brother must have felt so uncared for. I didn't help by leaving him all those times either, Killua thinks, as he further blames himself for what's happening. I probably deserve this, he thinks, before clenching his fist as he watches the street below get closer and closer. But Kalluto still needs me, Alika still needs me. If I'm the only one who can save this family, then fine. Killua conjures a small metal platform and places it under his feet, then begins building up a massive amount of aura. Kalluto, who has already assumed victory, can feel the buildup of aura and rushes back to the window to see what's going on, and is greeted by an amazing sight as he sees Killua transmutes the huge amount of aura into electricity and forms it into a dragon, much like his grandfather Zeno. This massive electrical dragon forms under Killua and begins flying him back to the fight with Kalluto, who is still in awe of his brother's skills. Kalluto wonders, did he already have this ability ready, or did he just make it out of necessity? Well, I can't prove myself unless I win right here, right now. Kalluto further floats out towards a quickly rising Killua and shapes his paper into a beautiful origami dragon of his own, and with both Zoldyck members atop of their own nin creation, they clash with a tremendous boom and an explosion of paper and electricity. A moment passes, but the battle is over. Killua lands back in the room he and Kalluto were fighting in before, but he's not alone. He holds his brother's unconscious body for a second before carefully placing him down and checking the damage. Killua is happy to see no real injuries or electrical burns, as it seems what really stopped Kalluto was his exhaust aura reserves. Killua smiles, making sure to tell his brother that he's proud of how strong he has become, and promises he won't leave him behind next time. As Killua sits down catching his breath, Gon bursts in to find the fight already over. Gon asks, is he still alive? Killua answers back, yeah, I didn't want to hurt him too much. Gon smiles back, good, but we still have to get to Kurapika. Killua nods his head, then pinches a pressure point on Kalluto's neck, before explaining to Gon that this will knock Kalluto out for at least the next hour, which should be enough time to finish this up. Gon and Killua then head up to the higher levels of Heaven's Arena, both feeling the effects of their fight so far, but still determined to help their friend, who has already knowingly walked into the spider's web. Kurapika steps deeper into a dark room and hears a familiar laugh, so he pulls his pistol out, ready for what's ahead, but the room quickly turns silent again. Kurapika can tell the room is a suite of some kind, and based on the floor they're on, Kurapika assumes it's one of the floor master's personal rooms. Kurapika wonders, this is most likely a trap, especially if this is Chrollo's room. Kurapika wastes little time, spinning his chain across the room, hoping to embell some unseen foe, but it seems at least for now he is truly alone. He opens a door leading to a bedroom where he finds a cell phone. He again hears laughter and now knows where it's coming from. He quickly walks over and picks it up, demanding to know who's on the other side. It's answered by Chrollo saying, "Hello, chain user. If you made it this far, I'm guessing there's little left to stop you from reaching me. I'll be waiting for you on the rooftops. There's already been enough bloodshed between us, so let's just settle this." The call ends and Kurapika rushes to the fire escape and quickly makes his way straight up until he sees Chrollo from across the rooftop. Kurapika hesitates for a moment as he realizes his goal is moments from being finished, for better or worse. As he focuses on Chrollo, he almost misses a figure moving in from the side. Kurapika wastes no time activating his Emperor Time ability, giving him the boost he needs to block Fink's sneak attack and counter with an attack of his own. Kurapika's chain slams into the ground, barely missing, but Finks is quick to react. He grabs Kurapika's chain and uses them to fling Kurapika towards Chrollo. Kurapika regains his balance for a moment, but a solid hit by Chrollo connects and sends the young man flying back to Finks, where he is forced to realize he might not be able to take on both of his skilled opponents at the same time. Seeing this, Chrollo taunts his prey, asking, "Is this all you got? I haven't even gotten serious yet." That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please remember to like and subscribe so you keep getting recommended everything I post. But I'm done here, so have a great day, and I'll talk to you all next time.